Hey, how's it going? Now, I'm sure that if you've kept up with internet news, you've heard about what happened at Twitch the other day, where they permitted nudity for artistic purposes, and the rule was immediately exploited by people who just want to sexualize themselves to make money on Twitch. But I'm not really going to talk about that today, because I don't consume Twitch content, so it's not my area of expertise. But it did get me thinking. I may not know anything about Twitch, but I do know about YouTube, and I do know that there has been sort of a problem with this sort of thing, not to this extreme, but it is worth addressing. And this is something that I'm going to call Coomer bait. And if you don't know what a Coomer is, it's pretty much someone who's just a porn addict. And this Coomer baiting content is pretty much just what it seems like. It baits these people into clicking. And it's something that I've noticed from way before this whole Twitch thing. Now, before I even started researching, like, the only thing I did was open my burner YouTube account. The first thing that popped up was this. This channel is called Game Love, and it just seems to post clips of some TV show. I clicked on the live stream, by the way. It's just like a music video. But it just seems to post clips of some Indian Bollywood TV show or whatever. And all of the thumbnails that I saw were not very suggestive, like not like the one from that live stream, but there was this one that caught my eye where, nothing completely bad is happening in the thumbnail, but it is implied with the girl grabbing the pillow behind her like that, but that's neither here nor there, but it does form like a small part of this major problem that I'm gonna be talking about, so I figured it would be worth mentioning. Now, next up is what I consider to be like the least offensive out of all of these, and that is the meme compilations where the thumbnails are just hentai, which is anime porn, and it's like cropped. It's not really showing anything, but you know what it is. So these are just normal meme compilations where that's the thumbnail, and that gets people to click on him and scroll. Like, they watch the video, but while they're scrolling through the comments to see if someone posted the sauce, as they call it, which is like the image source. It's kind of scummy, but again, it's the least offensive one. Do I wish it didn't happen? Yes, I wish that wasn't a trend, but I don't think that there's anything we can do about it because technically it falls within YouTube like guidelines because it's not showing anything. So this is the one that we can't really do anything about, unfortunately. But it is still bothersome and I want to bring it up. Now this next one is an evolution of the meme compilations, but less funny and more graphic. And it's this specific channel called Fifi, which I'm sure you may have heard of. It's a very popular channel run by this like VTuber lady or whatever, where the description of the channel is just like, I'm a punk who likes to take my clothes off. And by the way, this person sells it has like an OnlyFans for their little avatar model, which is kind of sad. God. But that aside, these videos are pretty much, again, if it's not actual hentai, it's like ecchi anime, which is like anime that has suggestive themes where the characters are naked or whatever. And again, it's just like to take advantage of these Coomers, right? And the thumbnails are all like, everyone at school is naked. Everyone is naked. Why are you naked? And just, like, you could see, these thumbnails are very suggestive. The titles are even more suggestive. Then you click on the video, and it is suggestive. But then, before it gets to the juicy part or whatever, her stupid little avatar comes in and just, like, whispers, like this, but, like, way quieter. And it's this weird like ASMR, not safe for work. Like it's just Coomer bait in its truest form because it's like you're actually just posting porn, but you're stopping it before it gets serious. Now next up are the comic dub / animation channels, and where I found two channels that fit the bill pretty well. And the first one is the lesser of the two evils. It's called Megisunjang. This seems to be a Korean channel. And these videos are all suggestive thumbnail and title, but then the actual comics themselves are either unrelated or more innocent than they seem. For example, the first video that I saw, the last video that they have as of 12 days ago, you could see on the thumbnail this girl is clearly naked, bent over, her clothes are spread out in front of her. So if you have an ounce of imagination, you can imagine what is happening. However, you click on the video, and yes, like that is a scene from the video, but it is portrayed in a more innocent way than what it actually is going on in the video. Which, I mean, I don't think there's anything really innocent about it regardless, but they're not having, like, it's not porn. And this is kind of a seemingly a running theme in this channel, because you scroll down, you see Naked Apron, and then Gardevoir, and this one that's just called Eat Secretly, where the thumbnail is a girl lying on a bed and you can't see her lower half. So when there's a girl laying on a bed, you can't see her lower half, and the title is Eat Secretly. Like, again, these videos just kind of like to leave things up to the imagination, and where you can imagine what's happening, but then you click on a video and it's not what's happening. Which is, you know, it's scummy, but like I said, it's the lesser of the two evils, because the next channel is even worse. Now this channel is the one that broke me. This is the turning point where we go from silly and stupid and weird to just degeneracy and just being really gross. This channel, Comic S1Z, is just straight up porn. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. The videos themselves are comic dubs of actual porn comics. It's also porn that deals with incest, as shown by the Bart Simpson and Marge videos, and in the Morty Smith and Summer Smith videos, and to pedophilia, as it deals with this South Park video, and then the bestiality as it goes with this Red Dead Redemption 2 video. Now, I don't want to show any more of the thumbnails than I have to, because I don't know how this channel hasn't been deleted yet. It's amassed 9,000 subscribers almost. But if you look through the channel page, you don't even have to click on the videos to see the porn. I mean, all of these I can't even show you, but just trust me, they're there. And I just, you know, I don't have anything else to say except that I can't wrap my head around how this channel still exists, because I don't think that this is a channel that should be up on YouTube. If you want to post these porn comics, post them on Pornhub, or just post them on somewhere that isn't YouTube, somewhere that doesn't have rules against this sort of content, somewhere that children don't see these videos. The top comment in one of the videos that I saw was, what if a child comes across this? And yeah, that's true. What if a child comes across this? We're going right back into Elsa Gate territory, but worse, because this is actually porn. And I have nothing else to say. I extended myself too long. This channel is horrible, and I'm gonna report it. Now this last sort of rabbit hole, it's a rabbit hole in and of itself, I'd say. Naked yoga. Naked yoga is a rabbit hole that has been around for a very long time on YouTube, and it's been worse. It's not as bad as it was, but it still is bad. I looked up nude yoga, and I saw this playlist with, I'm still scrolling up because I went down to the bottom, 145 videos. It's called Naked Yoga, Basic Poses of Nude Yoga. Now, picture my surprise when this isn't actually yoga. It's not. A lot of these thumbnails are just straight up porn. Just straight up porn. Some of these videos are just massage videos, and scrolling farther down to the bottom, I saw this one video that was Tessa Brooks. Tessa Brooks is some sort of influencer from back in the day. I think she was on Team 10 or whatever, but that doesn't even matter at all. But this video is just about Tessa Brooks' life. However, the thumbnail is just, like, not censored. Like, I'll give credit to the rest of those videos. They're censored, the thumbnails. This one isn't. It's just straight up in your face on the thumbnail. It's not anywhere on the video. And it gets worse when you realize that in some of these, they do show the actual, or in the actual video. Like because this channel called Hot Yoga, I saw a video from them, which I obviously can't show, But for one, the channel is obviously called Hot Yoga, so any educational value that this may have in the instruction of people in the art of nude yoga, which, by the way, I don't know why you can't demonstrate it with your clothes on, but the obvious answer is because the people that click on these videos aren't looking for yoga. But in this video, this woman is actually she's cheating. She's not doing nude yoga. She has like a shirt on, sort of. But if you look closely enough, she's doing these sort of leg movements, like this, kind of scissory movements. And if you look close enough, you'll see that she's not wearing any underwear. So you could see what's going on down there. It's not censored either. And now, I'm no yogi, but I don't know if any yogis out there, if you can confirm that underwear restricts your yoga abilities. But as far as I'm concerned, it is just a video of a woman flexing her. It doesn't even stop at the yoga, because I stumbled across this other video. It was just like a Brazilian waxing, and the Brazilian wax, completely uncensored again. It was just a straight shot, like, woman laying down, the camera's pointed straight towards her. Like, I'm not trying to be graphic, but this is the least graphic way that I could describe these videos. Now, how this is still on YouTube, and like I said earlier, a lot of the naked yoga videos on YouTube that used to be on there are no longer on there. But it's still unacceptable that you don't have to look that hard to see an actual naked person's body on YouTube. It hides behind the same facade that the people on Twitch did, which is that it falls under education or artistic expression or whatever, but in reality it's just a way to exploit your body on YouTube without having to outright do porn. And it bothers me a lot that this type of content still exists on our platform, because our platform is dominated by children. I've been on YouTube since I was 7 years old. And a lot of people have been on YouTube since before then. And we already know from the several ElsaGate incidents that YouTube Kids is not an option. Because it's probably worse than actual YouTube. So, if YouTube Kids isn't safe, if YouTube isn't safe, even if you shield your kids from this sort of stuff, it seems like eventually, at some point or another, they are gonna, if they look hard enough at any given age, they're gonna stumble across this, and it's bad. I don't see the reason why you would purposely restrict yourself by putting these videos on YouTube, where you can show it, but sparingly, and not just put them on Pornhub, for the love of Christ. You don't have to be as restricted. And the people who will be seeing it will be people who will be actively looking for it. It puts people into this cycle where like, they're not just like, if they have restricted internet access and they can't access porn sites, right, for kids, you put the kid on YouTube and he's still going to be seeing this. He's still going to be right able to see a woman's entire anatomy on camera, because YouTube are not they don't seem to take enough care in their own, like, user guidelines to delete the content that violates those guidelines. But it really is, it is a big problem. YouTube has a big porn problem there. And I really hope that someday something can be done about it, because I don't want to raise my kids in an environment where I can't let them even, like, scroll on YouTube. Like, it's getting to the point where, what, you're not going to be able to allow your children to even touch a technological device because of the fear that they're going to see something. And then you send them off to school, and their little buddies at school have porn on their phones because their parents aren't monitoring them, but they have porn on their phones. They're just showing this to each other. It's a bleak reality. I don't know. That's it. Good to see you guys again. It's been a very long time. I will try to come back sooner than later, and I'll see you around.